Okay, everybody, welcome back to my Walt Disney Classics 40th Anniversary Special, in which we're going to play one more game on the PlayStation 3, and that game is going to be Jeopardy. Let's see how we do. Here we go. Most importantly, though, let's have a great game. Let's win. Let's win the big bucks. Made by Sony Pictures Consumer Products.
This is Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories. The Old West, Sweet Pea, Waterworks, Rocks and Minerals, Da Plain, and Movie Kisses. Player 1, starters. The first commercial plane flights out of the United States were in 1920 between Key West and this nearby country.
What is Cuba?
It's Player 1. In 2004, this airline introduced non-stop flights between Newark and Changi Airport. Okay, Player 1.
What is Japan Air?
Nope. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Here's the correct response. Singapore Airlines.
Oh, Singapore Airlines, okay.
Please. Flying at the then incredible speed of 575 miles per hour, the Boeing 707 began commercial flight service in this decade. Player 1?
What is the 1970s?
No, that's not right. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's what we wanted. The 1950s. You again, Player 1. This U.S. company created the venerable DC-10 jetliner.
The venerable DC-10?
Yes, Player 1.
What is McDonnell Douglas?
That's correct. You're out of the hole. The first commercial passenger transatlantic service was by Pan Am in 1939 between New York City and this French port. It's Player 1.
What is Marseille?
Correct.
Very good.
Player 1, back to you for our next selection. He said kissing Kirsten Dunst upside down in the ring was the hardest thing he's done as Spider-Man.
Who is Tobey Maguire?
It's Player 1. You got it. In To Have and Have Not, she kisses Bogart and says, "It's even better when you help." Okay, player one.
Who is Lauren Bacall?
That's correct. Player one. A mutt and a cocker spaniel slurp spaghetti and smooch in this 1955 classic.
What is Lady and the Tramp?
Player one. Correct. 1940s classic film in which the heroine says, kiss me as if it were the last time." Okay, player one.
What is Casablanca?
Right. Answer, it's the Daily Double. And you're in the lead now. Here is your clue. 1981 drama in which Norman Thayer asks wife Ethel, "Want to dance? Or would you rather just suck face?"
What is on Golden Pond?
That puts you even further ahead. Player one. Originally, this term referred to the man employed on a cattle train who prodded the cattle to keep them on their feet. Let's hear it, player one.
What is a cowpoke?
Good. Player this gunmaker's classic Peacemaker .45 revolver could be purchased by mail order for $17. Okay, player one.
Was Samuel Colt?
That is correct. In March of 1879, this young killer met secretly with New Mexico Governor Lew Wallace to discuss a pardon. He never got it. Okay, player one.
Who was Billy the Kid?
Good. Someone in partnership with another was in these, probably from the French for hut. Okay, player one.
What is cahoots?
Yes. We're 2 hours after he received a death sentence for killing Jesse James. The Missouri governor pardoned him.
Who's Bob Ford?
Yes, player one.
Robert Ford.
That is correct. Player one. Pick again. For its state mineral, Colorado chose rhodochrosite, which is a deep shade of this primary color.
What is red?
Yes, player one. Right. This blackboard rock is formed when shale is subjected to immense heat and pressure.
What is slate?
Okay, player one. Right. Player one. Galena is the principal ore of this metallic element, symbol PB.
What's lead?
Player one. Yep. Scoria, a dark glassy rock created from this, is heavier than pumice and has bigger holes. Okay, player one.
What is obsidian?
No, sorry. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's what we wanted. Lava.
Oh, okay.
Player one. On the Mohs scale, this mineral can be scratched by every other mineral.
What is diamond?
Yes, player one.
No, what is talc?
Correct.
Alright.
Player one. Carnations and sweet williams belong to this colorful family of flowering plants. Player one.
What is pansy?
No, sorry. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Let's hear it, player three. That is correct. Okay, let's get back into this. Player three, you make the next selection as we... Gene Fowler's biography of John Barrymore is called Good Night, Sweet This. Player one.
What is Prince?
Yep.
Yes.
Player one. Perhaps an alteration of the word potato. This word follows sweet in a slang term for a pretty girl. Yes, player one.
What is patootie?
Right.
Okay.
This Hall of Fame NFL running back was nicknamed Sweetness.
Who is Walter Payton?
Yes, player one? That is correct.
Yes.
If you're served sweetbreads in a restaurant, you're eating either thymus or this part of an animal. Let's hear it, player one.
What is the pancreas?
Good.
Why would anybody want that?
Please. A waterfall provides only temporary safety from the Hurons for Alice and Cora in this Fenimore Cooper novel.
What is the last of the Mohicans?
Player one? Yes. An old man recalls his time with the Benzini Brothers Circus in Water for These Large Beasts.
Or buffalo?
Yes, player one?
No. What are hippos?
No, that's not right. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Let's hear it, player three. No.
That's not giraffes. So none of them let me
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? It's player two.
It's gotta be elephants.
Good. Player two, you're in command of the board as we continue, right? Conrad's Heart of Darkness was inspired by his voyage up this African river.
What is the Congo?
Player one? Correct. Player one, this final Joyce novel's ending leads back to its beginning. River Run past Eve and Adams. Okay, player one?
What is Ulysses?
Sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? It's player three. Sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? It's player two. That's it. And the last clue for $1,000. This author's The Open Boat is based on his experience surviving an 1897 shipwreck. Okay, player one?
Who is Jack London?
No, sorry. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Here's the response we were looking for. Stephen Crane. The selection will be yours, player three, when we return from this break. Let's see what happens in Double Jeopardy with these categories awaiting the players. Compound words. Arctic animals. Historic Munich. College football coaching legends. Get positive. And conductors. All right, let's get back into this. Player three has... On Munich's coat of arms, you'll find one of these religious figures who originally settled the city and gave it its name.
Who's a pope?
Player one? Sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else? Here's what we wanted. A monk. This large bee of the genus Bombus can range from Tierra del Fuego in South America to far beyond the Arctic Circle.
What's a bumblebee?
Player one? Correct. Player one? Let's go over to Sarah.
Polar bears are well equipped for Arctic weather. Not only do they have thick fur and a layer of insulating fat, but their skin is this color, which helps it absorb the sun's rays.
Okay, player one?
What is life?
Sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? The correct response is black.
Oh, right.
Player one. Alaska pipelines were constructed so as to allow this Arctic deer unimpeded passage to feeding grounds.
What is caribou?
Player one. Correct. Answer. The first of the daily doubles. You are currently in the lead. Please enter your wager. Here is your clue. Greenland right whales have the longest of these thin plates of any whale. They may reach 13 feet.
What is cuttlebone?
You are still in first place, though. Here's what we were looking for. Baleen.
Oh, baleen. Okay.
As fall turns to winter, the Arctic this, A. lagopus, produces less pigment and changes from brown to white. Yes, player one?
What is ermine?
Oh, sorry. That's incorrect. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? It's player two. Nope. Anyone else? Let's hear it, player three. And you're back into some money. A lot of clues, a lot of categories, player three. Make us Woody Hayes, 1951 to 1978. Yes, player one?
What is Texas?
Sorry, that's wrong. Any other takers? Player two. You are correct. Okay, let's get back into this. Player two, you make the next selection as we can. Bo Schembechler, 1969 to 1989. Let's hear it, player one.
What is Notre Dame?
No. Anyone else?
Not doing too well.
We're talking about Michigan. You again, player two. Tom Osborne, 1973, 1997. Let's hear it, player one.
What is Nebraska?
That's correct.
That's correct.
Player Bobby Bowden, 1976 to 2009. Yes, player one.
What is Florida State?
That's correct. Great, you're back into it now. Vince Dooley, 1964 to 1988. Yes, player one.
What is Georgia?
Right.
There we go. Now we're getting somewhere.
You again, player one. Munich's motto used to be Die Weltstadt mit Herz, the world city with this.
What is heart?
Player one. Right you are. In 1634 and 1635, this deadly contagion devastated Munich, killing more than 1/3 of its residents.
What is the plague?
Player one.
Bubonic plague.
You got it. The Summer Olympics in Munich in this year were sadly marred by terrorism and tragedy.
What is 1972?
It's player one. Good. In the 16th century, Munich was a center of the German phase of this movement against Protestantism. Player one.
What is Counter-Reformation?
Hey, you're right.
8,900. Oh, no.
Select again. This aromatic herb of the genus Nepeta will drive your feline crazy.
What is catnip?
Okay, player one. You got it. Swallowtail, viceroy, and monarch are types of this insect.
What is butterfly?
It's player one. Right. Player 1, if you've gone this, you might have said something extreme or fallen from the Queen Mary.
What is overboard?
Let's hear it, Player 1. Right. Looking for a needle in one of these is a metaphor for an impossible search.
What's a haystack?
Let's hear it, Player 1. Hey, you're right. In days of yore, women sometimes rode in this style, meaning both feet on the same flank of the horse. Player 1?
What is side saddle?
That is correct.
Right. Not too bad.
You get in concert, Stokowski would dramatically toss these aside to show that he could conduct from memory. It's Player 1.
What are batons?
That's incorrect. Anyone else? Here's the correct response. Scores.
Oh, that's right.
Marin Alsop made news in 2005 as the first one of these to lead a major American symphony orchestra. Okay, Player 1?
What is a child?
No. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Yes, Player 2. Right. You've got some money again. Where do we begin, Player 2? Willem Mengelberg and Edward van Beinum have been chief conductors of this city's Concertgebouw. Yes, Player 1?
Vienna?
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's what we wanted. Amsterdam.
Okay.
You again, Player 2. The book Whale Done applies the positive techniques used at this marine park to business and family life.
What is SeaWorld?
Player 1? That's correct. Thriving through stress, like him conducting Ode to Joy while ill, is the idea in a book called The Hymn Factor.
Who is Beethoven?
Player 1?
Ludwig van Beethoven.
That's correct. Answer? The second daily double. And you have the lead. How much are you going to wait? Answer? His power of positive thinking begins, believe in yourself. Have faith in your abilities.
Who is Norman Vincent Peale? Or Peale?
That puts you even further ahead.
$25,000. No?
An illustrated book pairs Alexander Calder's artwork with the lyrics to his song, Don't Worry, Be Happy.
Who is Bobby McFerrin?
Player 1? Hey, you're right. Player Oprah has unlocked The This, a book by Rhonda Byrne about using positive visualization. It's Player 1.
What is key?
No. Sorry. Anyone else? Let's hear it, Player 3.
Mystery.
No, sorry. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Okay, Player 2. You are correct. Player 2, you're in command of the board as we continue, right? An 1831 play by Pushkin recounts an alleged rivalry between Mozart and this composer. It's Player 1.
Who is Salieri?
Good. And the $2,000 clue? On CDs with Canada's National Arts Centre Orchestra, Pinchas Zuckerman conducts and plays this. It's Player 1.
What is violin?
Right you are. Sorry, Player 3. Looks like you will not be continuing on to Final Jeopardy. So much depends on how you do in the final Jeopardy category, which today is famous names. So, what's your wager? The final Jeopardy clue is as follows. In the 19th century, he created a new type of reference work, a dictionary named from the Greek for treasury. And your response?
Who is Clarence Barnhart?
And that will set you back.
Drop down to 550.
Did you come up with the correct response?
Yep, Peter Roget.
And that correct response would add
30,987.
Congratulations, Player One. You are our new champion. So long.